Hello, and as I promised, this is a continuation of our little discussion about languages borrowing words from other languages. So I've been looking through your posts, and some of you have been pointing out quite rightly that the process of borrowing from one language to another is perfectly natural and there's nothing that you can do about it. One person mentioned an organisation in France which attempts to stop English words coming into the French language. This is the Académie Française. And of course, as you rightly pointed out, they failed utterly simply because French people don't see why they should be forced to say la fin de la semaine when le weekend is understood by absolutely everybody. The situation in Germany, so the critics say, is not that foreign words are coming into the German language, but that they are coming in too quickly. And they suspect that the process is being artificially accelerated and that this is causing problems because it's making communication difficult, because new words are coming in faster than many people can learn them. And that's a source of concern for them. They're not saying, let's do what the Académie Française are doing. They're simply saying, let's allow this natural process to occur naturally and not try to force the pace. A few people have asked about the process going in the other direction, German words being imported into English, and there are actually quite a few. A lot of them unfortunately come from war, so Blitz, which is from Blitzkrieg, the Lightning War, Hinterland, Flak, but many others in other areas of life. So kindergarten, for example, Biergarten, Schadenfreude. Americans quite often say Gesundheit when you sneeze. And there's also an interesting thing now, it's relatively new in America, where the word fest is used as a suffix. I think probably from Oktoberfest, and Uber as a prefix to words. And of course, the beloved Superman, the word Superman is actually a direct translation of the German word Übermensch. Some people got a little bit confused between the idea of words changing their meanings as they are imported into a different language on the one hand, and people making mistakes when they speak a foreign language on the other hand. A classic example of this is a German in a restaurant saying I become a pizza instead of I ordered the pizza or I'm having the pizza. This is because in German they would say Ich bekomme die Pizza, which means I receive the pizza. And it's sheer chance, sheer coincidence that the German word bekommen, which means to receive, is confusingly similar to the English verb to become, although it has a different meaning. This is what's called a false friend, and you have to watch out for that. This is very different from the idea of taking a word from one language, importing it into your own language, and then changing the meaning slightly. An example of this is Blitz, which was originally Blitzkrieg, which is translated as lightning war. When it was imported into English, originally it referred specifically to the London bombings of 1941 as the Blitz. Nowadays, especially in America, it's used for any radical, large-scale action performed in a short time. And finally, a couple of people mentioned the word Handy, which is the German for what the British call a mobile phone or the Americans call a cell phone. I actually deliberately left that out of my last video because it's simply not known how this word came into the German language to mean a mobile phone. It may possibly have been a brand name. There was at least one brand name telephone called Handy. or it might have come from handy-talkie as opposed to walkie-talkie, or maybe even from a completely German word, Handtelefon, as in a telephone that you hold in your hand, is simply not known, and so I thought it would be better to leave it out. It might be a false friend, or it might be an Anglicism. Nobody knows.